Okay, so get this. We're diving deep today into AI.
Oh, yeah.
That can analyze retinal images, not just tell you like if there's a problem,
Right.
but it can like break down all the details like it's reading a medical textbook.
Yeah.
This is Retinal GPT, and the research paper we've got for you today lays out some seriously mind-blowing possibilities.
This is pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah.
This Retinal GPT is what we call a multimodal conversational AI.
Okay.
It can process both images and text.
Yeah.
Meaning like you can ask it questions about what it sees in your retinal scan.
So it's like having a chat with your eye doctor.
Yeah.
But the eye doctor is like this super smart AI
Exactly.
that can point out like tiny little details that even a human might miss.
Yeah. And a lot of times it sees stuff that humans do miss.
Right.
And that's one of the really amazing things about it.
And what I think is really cool is Retinal GPT goes way beyond just saying like disease or no disease.
Right.
It can actually quantify what it sees.
Yeah.
So it gives doctors like hard data
Yes. Gives them something to work with. For sure. So current medical AI models are often good at detecting problems.
Okay.
But they don't always explain like their reasoning very well.
Mm-hmm.
But Retinal GPT is different.
Okay.
It can analyze things like the thickness of blood vessels
Okay.
and the density of lesions, and it's providing a level of detail that was previously only possible with very specialized and often expensive tests.
Yeah, I'm seeing the potential here for like much earlier diagnosis of some serious conditions.
Absolutely.
The paper specifically mentions diabetic retinopathy, which can lead to blindness if it's not caught early.
That's right.
Retinal GPT's ability to analyze like the tiniest changes in blood vessels could be a total game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it can explain its findings in detail. It's not just a tool for diagnosis, but also for education. So doctors can use Retinal GPT to better understand the progression of a disease. And patients can get like a clearer picture of what's happening inside their own bodies.
So how does this thing actually work?
Well, the paper mentions a two-stage training process that sounds pretty intense.
Yeah, so the first stage is called feature alignment.
Yes, that's right.
So essentially, this is where Retinal GPT learns the language of retinal images and medical terminology.
Yeah, think of it like teaching a child to read and understand medical textbooks.
Okay, so it's building a base of knowledge.
That's a good way to put it.
What about the second stage?
So that's where it gets really, really interesting.
Okay.
Stage 2 is called mix-up instruction tuning. And this is where Retinal GPT is trained on real-world examples of retinal images, expert analysis, and even question and answer sessions about specific cases.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So it's not just learning from textbooks.
Right.
It's like learning from the best in the field.
Exactly like giving it a crash course in retinal analysis.
Wow.
With the best instructors.
Okay, so this mix-up training involves showing the AI like different combinations of data, kind of like a medical puzzle.
Yes.
To help it like develop a deeper understanding of how to interpret these complex retinal images.
Exactly.
The paper mentions Retinal GPT was tested on 8 different data sets.
Yes.
Why so many?
Well, they wanted to use multiple data sets because it helps ensure the AI is robust and can handle like a variety of real-world scenarios.
Okay.
And the results were really remarkable.
Yeah.
Retinal GPT consistently outperformed other AI models in detecting a wide range of abnormalities.
Right.
From subtle changes in blood vessels to the presence of lesions.
And it wasn't just about spotting problems.
No.
Like it could actually pinpoint the location of these lesions.
With incredible accuracy.
With incredible accuracy, giving doctors like very specific information to work with.
Exactly.
The paper even showed a visual example where Retinal GPT like accurately drew a box around a lesion.
On a retinal image, it was amazing.
Wow, that level of precision is...
It's really something.
Really something.
It also performed exceptionally well in analyzing the structure of blood vessels.
Oh.
Measure things like their fractal dimension and density. And these measurements can be early indicators of disease even before visible symptoms appear.
So we're talking about a tool that could potentially catch diseases much earlier than current methods.
Yes.
Leading to more effective treatments and potentially even preventing serious complications down the road. That's a...
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful thought.
It is, and the implications go beyond just diagnosis and treatment.
Okay.
Retinal GPT could also be a valuable tool for research.
Okay.
Helping scientists better understand how these diseases develop and progress.
This is all incredibly promising.
I know, it's amazing stuff.
I'm eager to dig deeper into the potential of Retinal GPT.
Yeah, but before we get too carried away, we need to consider the practical aspects of implementing such a technology.
For sure.
That's where we'll pick up in part 2 of our deep dive.
Sounds good. So we've seen how powerful this Retinal GPT can be in analyzing retinal images.
Yeah.
And, providing insights into eye health.
Yeah, but now the question becomes, how do we get this technology into the hands of doctors and patients?
That's a great question because, a revolutionary tool isn't very helpful if it's just stuck in a research lab.
Exactly. And one of the biggest hurdles for AI in healthcare is the need for like serious computing power.
Yes.
Training these models, like we talked about with those 2 stages, requires a ton of resources. Not every clinic or hospital can afford that.
No, that's a key point.
Yeah.
It's like having this amazing race car.
Yeah.
But you need a specialized track to really utilize its full potential. But the good news is that researchers are already working on ways to make these models more efficient.
So streamlining the engine, so to speak, making it so Retinal GPT doesn't need a supercomputer to run.
Yeah. Imagine a future where this level of analysis could happen on something as portable as a tablet.
Oh, wow.
That opens up a world of possibilities.
Right, especially for reaching underserved communities.
Absolutely.
That's what gets me really excited, the potential to bring this level of eye care to parts of the world where access to specialists is limited.
Yeah, think about remote areas, mobile clinics. The impact could be huge.
Huge. And remember how we discussed Retinal GPT's conversational ability?
Yes.
That becomes even more important in those scenarios.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like having a virtual consultant right there with you.
Right.
A healthcare worker could take a retinal image and then get real-time guidance from Retinal GPT on what they're seeing.
Think of the possibilities for early detection and prevention. It could be a game changer for global health initiatives.
But as with any powerful technology, we need to be cautious about how it's developed and deployed.
Of course.
Data privacy is a huge concern when we're dealing with sensitive medical information.
Absolutely. Security and transparency are paramount.
Right.
Patients need to be confident that their data is being handled responsibly and ethically. Clear guidelines and robust safeguards need to be in place from the start.
And it's not just about protecting data.
Right.
We also need to ensure that this technology is accessible and beneficial to everyone,
Yes.
regardless of their background or location.
Equity is crucial.
Yeah.
We need to be mindful of potential biases in the data used to train these models and work towards developing AI that serves all populations fairly and effectively.
So it's not just about the algorithms themselves. It's about the whole ecosystem around them.
Yes.
Data security, access, ethical considerations. So all of these pieces need to come together.
They do.
For this technology to truly reach its full potential.
That's a great way to put it. It's like building a house.
Right.
The foundation needs to be solid.
Yeah.
For everything else to stand strong.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From the intricate workings of Retinal GPT to the broader implications for healthcare and society.
Yeah. But there's one more crucial aspect we need to explore.
Okay. We've talked about how Retinal GPT works and its potential impact.
Yeah.
And even the challenges of bringing this kind of technology to the real world.
Right.
But what I find truly fascinating is what this research tells us about the future of AI in medicine as a whole.
It's really exciting stuff.
Yeah.
It's not just about eyes anymore.
Right.
Retinal GPT is like a blueprint.
Okay.
It's a proof of concept that this kind of specialized conversational AI can actually work in healthcare.
So instead of being limited to just analyzing images, we could have AIs that are trained to understand complex medical data from all sorts of sources. EKGs, blood tests, genomic sequencing,
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
The possibilities seem endless.
Imagine an AI that can help an oncologist, interpret a biopsy or guide a cardiologist in choosing the best treatment plan for a patient with a complex heart condition.
And because these AIs can explain their reasoning, it's not just about providing answers, it's about empowering doctors to make more informed decisions.
So like having a team of specialists on call 24/7 ready to offer their expertise.
And not just for doctors. This kind of AI could revolutionize patient education as well.
Absolutely. Imagine being able to ask your AI assistant specific questions about your condition, getting clear explanations that you can understand, and having access to the latest research findings, all tailored to your individual needs.
This research really emphasizes the importance of data.
Oh, yes.
Retinal GPT was trained on a massive data set of retinal images and expert analysis. But to build these future AIs, we're going to need even more data.
Yeah, we need a lot more.
From all areas of medicine.
Data is the fuel that powers these AI engines. And it's not just about quantity. It's about quality and diversity.
Okay.
We need data that represents the full spectrum of human health and disease. From all populations and backgrounds.
The paper also highlighted the importance of collaboration.
Yes.
Creating Retinal GPT required expertise from computer scientists, ophthalmologists, data scientists, ethicists, and many others.
And as we move forward, this kind of interdisciplinary collaboration will become even more essential.
It's about breaking down those silos that traditionally separate different fields and bringing together the best minds to solve these complex challenges.
We need doctors who understand the clinical problems, engineers who can build the technology, and ethicists who can guide us towards responsible development.
So what does this all mean for our listener?
Well, the world of medicine is changing rapidly. And AI is playing an increasingly important role in shaping that change. We're moving towards a future where AI is not just a tool for diagnosis and treatment, but a partner in healthcare, a partner that can help us make more informed decisions, personalize care, and ultimately improve patient outcomes.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into Retinal GPT.
It was great talking about this.
We've only scratched the surface, but hopefully this has given you a glimpse into the exciting possibilities and the important considerations that come with AI in medicine.
It's a fascinating field.
It really is.
It is evolving every day.
Yeah.
And it's one that will undoubtedly have a profound impact on all of our lives in the years to come.
If this deep dive sparked your curiosity, we encourage you to explore further.
Yeah.
There's a whole world of knowledge out there waiting to be discovered. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.
Absolutely.